Welcome to our It's Electra series.
In this series, we're going to share with you gear based on and inspired by the Electra Distortion circuit.
Join us on this journey where we get the most tone out of the least circuit. Today's episode of PJ and the Beard, we're going to look at another MPC module from Stokka Engineering. But before we do that, I'd like to ask you to consider subscribing to the channel, clicking on the notification bell. Your interaction with us helps us interact with interesting and great people in the industry. And in this case, as I said, Stokka Engineering has come up with making more modules for MPCs. And today we're going to be looking at the delay module.
Right. So, we've done the envelope filter. So that's out there if you want to go watch that. Maybe a card up here. We have the tremolo coming up. There's a Fuzz module in his series. And today, which quite possibly the holy grail of modules for me is the delay module, right? Having that delay module to put in the guitar, I think makes a lot of sense. So right into it, you have a delay module, and I'm not holding it up because
It's in the guitar.
Yeah, it's in the guitar. You have 3 knobs on it. It has a rep or repeat. I forget what it was called. We'll see it when we put it down in the box. Yeah. But it has, you can set the repeats, you can set the level, and then the knob on the guitar itself is doing speed. So I thought maybe we run the speed knob real quick on the guitar, check that out. Then we'll move it down into the box where you can actually see the trim pots and use a little screwdriver, and we'll twist some of those too. So are we jumping right in?
I'm going for it.
All right. So I actually have his fuzz module and delay in here. Excuse me. Got to remember.
Delay's in the back, right?
Right. So if I roll this all the way back, well, first of all, let's see. Never done this before.
Yeah, right. First night. Welcome.
First time on the job. If I roll it all the way back and hit a chord, a little bit of reverb in the amp. If I click it on, it's all the way back. Right, almost reverby. I'm going to just start nudging it forward. And then you get almost like a slapbacky. Kind of sound. Little more. Grabbing the wrong knob.
There's so many on there.
So he did say in the notes that once you get over, I think it was 300 milliseconds, about 6 or 7 on the knob, it's going to start to add some noise. He made a decision, should I cut it there so no noise is made? Or should I give you that extra little bit so you could get some extra long repeat times and maybe you don't care about the little bit of noise.
Right.
And sometimes that little bit of noise and things I think is charm in what can we call it? We call it charm. But it does. It's some effects, that kind of thing they do that somebody might go, well, that's just some extra noise.
Yeah, it's not a pristine digital, I'm not saying it gets into tape echo with warble, but it's just a little grit, a little grain to what you're doing.
So it becomes kind of character of that.
Speaking of grit and grain.
Right. So then the other thing would be like, what does it sound like? Because it's the Electra, which is really cool, is like we can put a fuzz module in. So now you could go somewhere, have your clean tone, have your delay. You can change your delay time on the fly and then kick the other switch on and turn the fuzz on. So that might sound a little bit like...
It sings. I mean, it's got a really nice round tone to it, and that delay sweetens it and holds on to it.
Yeah, and we have the tone rolled back on the fuzz a little bit right now, so that's another episode. So I'm going to turn these off. I'm going to pop out the delay cartridge.
Because SES also makes the MPC Stomp cradle, where you can remove the cartridge from the back of the guitar and play a regular guitar.
Right, so we're going to put this down on the pedal board and get out the screwdrivers and get into that level and repeat real quick. All right, so now we have the delay module in the stomp cradle. And I think first thing, you're playing the Silver Sky through the Tyler amp. It sounds maybe... Right. So I'm going to kick it on. We'll see what it sounds like just on first. So we have two trim pots to look at. First trim pot's level. I'm going to crank. I think just take it all the way up.
Okay.
I was taking the speed back because I heard a little bit of that noise coming through that he was talking about. I figured if we get that speed down, maybe below that, we'll get rid of some of that just for the demo. So that was level all the way up. Almost like that first repeat's as loud or a little bit louder even than the first. So we'll start rolling it down. We'll go about a half turn or a quarter turn. Give it a smack once. I think that was all the way. All right, so then repeat knob. So if I go all the way counterclockwise, it should be one repeat. I mean, should we just go to the extremes?
Let's do it. Let's hear self oscillation, shall we?
Extremes.
There was some drive on there. It would have got a little wacky in here.
Yeah. So, probably don't need them that high.
Maybe not.
So where do you want it? How many do you want?
Back a little bit. I kind of like longer. Let's try that.
Try that. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. That's the delay pedal. I gotta tell you, Steve Higdon sent us one. If memory serves, I don't think there was a lot of tailoring you could do. I think you could just do the length of time with the knob on the MPC guitar. So Stokka here is offering some level, some repeats. I mean, you can really tailor this. This is a nice analog delay. Really tailor it to the sound of your MPC guitar. This is a niche market, right? So this is really for guys that have an MPC guitar. But if you have one, the delay module is up there on my top module for that guitar.
Yeah, we've yet to prove it. Maybe one day we'll do an episode of like, what if you had just that guitar and a drive of some sort and a delay of some sort? Could you do a whole gig? Because you could turn the drive off and on. You can turn the delay off and on, or you can manipulate the time. Maybe.
Somehow I have a feeling I'm the one that would have to prove it. So, yeah, really good stuff from Stokka Engineering. I love the passion he has for this. He's just getting into it. There's a cool story behind that. So check that out. Check out the delay. I think you can find those on Reverb even. And I think, do you have any other final thoughts?
No, I think it sounds really good. I love it's very, especially those repeats. They didn't quite, tail off like a tape delay per se, but they got a little degraded somewhat.
It has that analog delay sound to it, which we like.
Which I use carbon copy. We use the Echo Tour, so we're used to that type of fig.
Big fans.
Yeah.
So with that, hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for clicking the notification bell, subscribe button. I did that out of order, leaving comments. Anytime you interact with the channel, it's really cool because that helps us interact with other people and bring cool stuff for you to watch. So we appreciate that to no end. Thanks for checking out the Electra series. And with that,
I'm PJ on behalf of the Beard, reminding you, no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear.
would you like a little drive?
I think we should.
Little drive. David Barber, direct drive.